Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 5G test bed that has recently been launched by India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we are also going to briefly discuss about the whole journey that the telecommunication sector has witnessed in the whole world from 1G to 5G, and also we are going to discuss about what the future holds with respect to 6G and other coming generations. So first, let us start in the context in which we are discussing today's issues. So recently, yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi have launched country's first 5G test bed. Now, what is 5G test bed? We'll discuss in a while. To help industry validate its products locally. He also has set a target in his speech that India is planning to roll out, or India should plan to roll out 6G services by the end of this decade. That means by the end of year 2030. Now from generation 1 to 5, that is 1G to 5G, each generation of telecom technology has sought to change for the better the way humans interact with each other through mobile telecommunication or email telecommunication, computer telecommunication, and also the world around them. And this is what has changed with each generation, and we are also going to discuss about what the future holds in this respect. So let us first talk about the 1G, that is the first generation. So 1G in the context of mobile telecommunication was first unveiled by Japan somewhere in the year 1970s. The major features of this first generation of mobile telecommunication was they were designed to offer voice call only. But at the same time, even the voice calls that were used by 1G had problems of low sound quality. Their coverage was quite low, and they did not have any kind of roaming support. That means a person having a 1G SIM cannot move to any other state or any other country and can access the mobile telecommunication network. This changed significantly in the year 1991 when we have launch of second generation of mobile telecommunication technology. The second generation of mobile telecommunication technology, the major changes that we witnessed was the 1G was largely using analog signals, and when second generation came, the whole analog signal or complete analog signal became digital in nature. At the same time, 2G also have introduced us with concept like CDMA and GSM. At the same time, apart from providing voice call facilities, 2G also provided us with facilities like SMS, that is short messaging service, and a MMS, which could have been transferred at a maximum speed of 50 kilobyte per second. That obviously seems very low as compared to the technology, the 4G technology that we are using. But when the 2G was unveiled in 1991, at that time it was considered a very fast rate of data transfer. Now, since maximum number of Indian population or Indian telecom users have switched to either 3G and 4G, however, there are certain pockets, or we can say certain number of 2G users still are present in India. And it is in this context, the Jio, that is arm of Reliance, which is a very popular, large telecommunication company, it has actually given an idea of 2G Mukt Bharat. And the concept of 2G Mukt Bharat is that Jio is planning to free almost 300 million subscribers in India who are still trapped in the 2G era by providing them free or low, free and cheap SIM as well as cheap handsets. Now, once we have discussed the 1G and 2G technology, the next revolution happened when we have introduction of third generation or 3G technology. This 3G revolution happened somewhere in the year 2001. And how it was different from 2G, that it was able to facilitate data transmission process almost 4 times faster rate than 2G. Apart from that, it also provided access to the mobile internet. That actually it is 3G, we can say, is largely responsible for the statement that we give today that mobile is nothing but a small version of computer network. So what 3G have changed? First of all, 3G, it was during the time of 3G revolution that BlackBerry handsets become a rage, and a lot of people, especially rich people, were using BlackBerry for various purposes. And it was during the 3G revolution era that Steve Jobs of Apple launched his iPhone product. That was, first of all, the first product was called, the first mobile handset was called as iPhone 3G. Apart from that, 3G also helped us in kind of, we can say, video calling. Apart from that, it gave us a facility of listening to music through our mobile handsets. Third, it also helped us in giving us a navigational platform or through which we can access navigational data. Fourth, it helped possible web exploration on mobile by using different browsers, for example Google Explorer or Internet Explorer, Google as well as Firefox. Also it made email communication possible via mobile. So these were the major contributions that 3G revolution has helped us in telecommunication sector. Further came year 2010 when the whole world leapfrogged to a 4G revolution or fourth generation mobile telecommunication technology. So what are the added advantages of fourth generation? First of all, the speed increased immensely. If you compare as compared to 3G, 3G was offering almost 4 times higher speed than 2G, and now fourth generation technology was facilitating 5 to 7 times faster speed as compared to 3G. Not only that, the speed only increased, but also there was significant increase in the quality of voice call, video call, as well as high capacity voice and data services. Not only that, the 4G was able to achieve much lower latency as compared to 3G. Latency basically refers to the time that takes for data to bounce between one person to second person, or between one mobile handset to the other mobile handset. So basically, lower the latency, higher will be the So basically, lower the latency, higher will be the speed at which you can access the mobile and the network. Apart from that, 4G also gave us with various different facilities. For example, it helped us in diverse user devices. It was also facilitating fully converged experiences, services, software independence, ubiquitous mobile access, as well as autonomous network. So currently we are living in the era of 4G, and currently whatever we are witnessing is just a miracle and magic of 4G. Now coming to the main topic of this issue is that the era of 5G, of which testbed have been launched by the Prime Minister. So what are the added advantages of 5G over 4G? So first of all, if you compare with the 4G, the latency of 4G is 50 milliseconds, while the latency of 5G will be only 1 millisecond. That means you can understand that the data transfer or the speed at which we are accessing the internet on mobile handset will almost increase by 50 times. That is a very significant increase that has not been achieved in any generational we can say development that we have seen in the previous times. Apart from that, it is believed that experts believe that 5G will also help us in low power requirement. The devices will require low power. And obviously, if the power requirement lessens, the battery life of mobile devices will significantly increase. Not only that, once 5G is fully launched, it will help us also in developing, help us also in the concept of Internet of Things, where different devices, different kind of devices will become compatible with each other and will able to communicate with each other, and thus will have a seamless data connectivity, seamless connectivity in different devices across the household as well as in the office spaces. Once it is fully launched, as per the report submitted or paper submitted by Samsung Technology, it says that 5G will immensely contribute in development of smart city infrastructure. It will also help in development of self-driving car, will make them more effective, will make them more we can say danger-free, and also it can help in robotic surgery by providing seamless connectivity and transfer of data without any delay. So obviously the 5G concept is still very new. However, it is being rolled out in many places across the world. For example, the countries like South Korea, United States and Canada have already rolled out testbed, and India soon it is believed that 5G will be rolled out. Now obviously once we leapfrog to 5G, what does the future of 6G tells us? What will be what is something that we can expect from the 6th generation of technologies? So let us compare the 6G and the 5G as given by the Samsung white paper. So the important parameter, first of all, the user experience data rate. In 5G it is 1. It will increase to 1 in 6G. Similarly, in case of energy efficiency, in case of 5G, if it is 1, energy efficiency will double in the 6G. If talk about spectral efficiency, that will also double in the 6G. If you look at the latency, as we discussed, the 5G will have latency of 1 millisecond, 3G have latency of 50 millisecond, and if 6G is unveiled, it will have latency of almost 10 times lower, that is just 0.1 millisecond. In terms of connection density, it will also be 10 times higher than the 5G. Reliability will also be almost 10 to power minus 2 as compared to 10 to power minus 6 in the 5G, and the data transfer rate will also be 10 times higher. In case of 5G, it can be 100 gigabit per second. In case of 6G, it will become 1000 Gbps. So these are the added advantage where the quality as well as the speed of data transfer will significantly improve once 6G concept is unveiled. So how far is the possibility of, we can say, 6G is? So first of all, the 6G will help us in providing communication web with a zero lag, because the latency is just 0.1 millisecond. And once 6G is able to fully launched, it will help surgeons in performing remote surgery. That means a doctor does not have to go to some other hospital. They can perform surgery sitting in some other different hospitals, and even beam sport events live using hologram technology. That means right now we are able to see the live sports events just on our television. In the case of 6G, we'll able to see the same live events in the kind of hologram. That means we'll have a more realistic feeling that it will seem like we are already present in the sports ground and looking at all the players, and they are very, very closer to us. So it will kind of change or transform the way how we witness our surroundings and how we use the computers and other telecommunication network for perceiving the surroundings around us. Now, as per again the report submitted by Samsung, it believes that the completion of 6G standards and its early commercialization is quite possible by the end of 2028. However, as far as the mass commercialization is concerned, it can be possible by the end of 2030. Now, if you try to understand, this is the same time frame that has been given by Prime Minister Modi himself, that India should focus on rolling out 6G services by the end of this decade, that is by the end of 2030. So we have a matching of timeline between Samsung and what Prime Minister Modi's vision entails. So now let us talk about slightly regarding India's 5G testbed that has been unveiled by Prime Minister Modi recently. So he has launched first 5G testbed, and the testbed has been launched at the cost of rupees 220 crores. So what is the advantage this testbed will offer? So first of all, the testbed is basically, it will allow the startups and other industry players to test their products and make them 5G ready. Because once the 5G technology is rolled out, if they already had devices and the technology ready for it, they can launch the products and services accordingly at a faster rate. This is very, very important because as of now, the 5G testbed was not available in India. So even Indian companies and startup, they have to depend on foreign players, or they have to go in some other foreign countries like UK, US and South Korea to test their technology and products. This will be possible in India now. And this 5G testbed actually is a collaborative project that involves 8 different institutions, and the lead institution is Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. The Prime Minister, while launching 5G testbed, he also have said that it is the connectivity that will determine the pace of progress in 21st century India, and that is why India cannot be left behind in the wagon of development and development of different generations of telecommunications. So that is all about this particular issue of 5G testbed. I hope you understood a brief, you got a brief idea about 1G to 5G, how the transmission has happened, how the, we can say, development has happened, and what are the future prospects for 6G and the coming other G's technology. That is all for today. Thank you very much.